I started using heroin like when I was 15 years old.
My life was running around chasing drugs and alcohol.
I was sick of living that life. I didn't want to live anymore. I hated waking up with no purpose.
It was here that I really came to realize that I am an alcoholic and I didn't know how to live my life.
Once I got here, I just knew I was supposed to be here.
Cushing House Girls is a 6-month residential home for adolescents with substance abuse problems.
My caseworker got me a referral here, and then I had to come for an interview, and then like 2 weeks later I got here.
I remember walking up those stairs and feeling like I was going to be judged, like I was walking into my first day of high school. They're not going to like me, they're going to call me fat, they're going to say this, they're going to say that. And I walked in those doors and like no one judged me. It was all in my own head.
I was nervous. I thought I'd be like an outcast. I was really scared because I've never like lived in Boston. And
they gave me an opportunity to just learn about my disease, learn how to cope with my disease, introduced me to AA.
In recovery, the structure is a very important part of it. Our day-to-day structure here at Cushing House starts at 6:30 for our first wake-up of the day. Our overnight staff will go around and give the girls the first wake-up. 10 minutes later, they'll go around for second wake-up. 6:45, feet on floor. At 6:45, they can come out, they can have breakfast that our overnight staff has prepared for them. And the menu varies. You know, some days it's pancakes, some days it's scrambled eggs, other days it's bagels and cereal.
We would do chores in the morning when we got up, you know, clean that room. We'd have groups all throughout the day on different things, you know, the steps, success, failures, change, fear.
It's a structured life, but that's what a lot of people need.
Monday we go to art. Wednesday we have yoga. And Thursday we went to boxing.
They have field trips every Friday, and they don't tell you where you're going until you go.
Took us to the library, went to an art show for Friday field trips.
We did a lot of things. You know, we'd have dinner like as a family every single night, which was cool because I never did that before.
Went bowling every Friday night for a while. Just like sober fun.
Here at Cushing House, we can't stress enough the importance of the parents being involved in the client's treatment.
My dad really wouldn't talk to me. My mom was always like there for me. She understood.
Before I got here, I was living with my grandparents and my father. Neither of them really wanted me around because of what I was doing to them, you know. No one wants their granddaughter or their daughter around when you're stealing from them and doing harmful things. So it was kind of like back and forth. Then I would get sectioned, then I'd go to detox. And it was just, my life was a mess.
I feel like through my teen years, I was never close with my family.
Me and my mom have always had a relationship, but when I was using it was like, I really didn't care if I saw her or anything, if I talked to her, but now I call her every day and she comes and sees me all the time. And I don't know, it's like back to the way it should have been.
We deal with moderate to severe substance abusers, so by the time the client does get here, the parent's already been through the ringer numerous times. And they're at the end of their rope.
My family life's really good today. You know, I can look them in the eyes, I can be honest with them, I can tell them the truth, I have nothing to hide anymore.
My mother got sober with me, and we had never had a strong relationship, just personality differences, and we weren't able to understand each other.
Saturday nights when they bring you home from past, they have like family groups, and my parents like went to them, and like my dad sort of understands now.
Today for the first time I can say I love my mother, you know, and I never honestly believed that before.
The Cushing House means a lot to me because it got me back to being like a normal person again and having my family and friends with me. And
I think if someone is truly committed to their sobriety and committed to a better life, a new life, then Cushing House can show you how to live.
We want to build the family relationships. We want the clients to be responsible for their recovery. We want them to be responsible for their lives.
I'm going to school to become an LPN and an RN eventually in September. That's something I've always wanted to do in my life. I've just never had the courage to do it, the people to support me. I've never in my life walked through fear like I am today.
The program really does work, and it can help anybody if you want it.
Put your hand out there and ask for help, because you cannot do it on your own. You just can't.
I'm very grateful for the Cushing House, and I know my family is too.
The Cushing House will always be a safe place for me to come.
This program really gave me my life back.